Every fucking battle you choke. What you don't get embarrassed? You got them questioning if anything cold ever been in Jerry. These niggas scary. Fire!
URL's offering you, Joe, you decline it or whatever, you know they're testing the waters because it's already like been stacking. They weren't responding, then they're kind of offering you one thing, so they're testing the waters, is trying to test you. Well, what the outside looking in, let me let Jay in. From the outside looking in, and from what we see, they like to, especially you being a KOTD talent, they're trying to fish you out, and they're probably gonna try to, like, if anything, give you a contract to lock you in so you can't battle anywhere else. Like, would you take any of that, or you stick?
For me to get a contract and be like only on one platform, I need a check, like a check, like some yearly income type check, like some shit that a motherfucker would make on their job for a whole year. That's what I need for me to be really exclusively locked into a contract with somebody, because like there's too many opportunities out here, man. I just got to a point where I'm trying to do rap as my primary income. Like after all this unemployment shit get through and all of that shit, like I'm trying to rap, like wherever. If I gotta go to battle in fucking Milwaukee or some league or whatever, I'm trying to get money in my pocket. So for me to sign an exclusivity contract, that would be me saying, okay, I'm only with y'all. Y'all are my main source of income. So what's the deal? Like y'all, I need that check to be able to, that's all it's about for me. So if a motherfucker want to offer that 5-figure check, and I'm with it. But other than that,
At that
I
point,
can't.
they then you'll be sitting and relying on them, and then your fate is on their hands whenever they feel like
Exactly.
a battle. They could give you like a 2 battle contract, and then you won't see that first battle for eight months to a year from that,
Right.
because we've seen
So
the artists.
exactly. It's a risk when you go to URL. You could be on the bench for a long time. And that's what happened with Jerry West. But when you get off the bench, it's like getting that label. It's like getting that label push. Like you finally off. So now Jerry West finna take off. He finna do all the shit that he was supposed to be doing for all this time. So, it's worth it in certain situations. I'm just in a special situation myself where, I was able to find my own lane with King of the Dot, and I was able to create my own name, and I don't really have to sign no exclusivity. But for some people, it would make sense. Like, it would make sense to do that because, it's just everybody has different paths in their career.
I think to those people, and you don't really, from what I hear, strike me as you want to be all about battle rap or make your name off battle rap, or to where those people that kind of offers, that's their main goal, is to be on the URL stage, and they are willing to sit around, and because that's what they want, that's their end game, is to be on that platform.
Yeah, they should definitely take that. Like, take every opportunity. Like, that's a good thing. That's like, I would never, like, even if it's battle rap, like, we're going to do our battle rap talk, and, I might say, oh, you on contract, blah, 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 trying to roast and all that shit. But in reality, getting a URL contract is something that everybody should work towards. Like, you should want to be signed by URL. That's like literally you got signed in battle rap. Like, that's like some cold shit. Like, you a signed battle rapper with the biggest battle rap league ever. Like, so you should want to do that. You should aspire to do that. And I feel like they're smart for doing that as a business. Like, you know, you develop talent, you want them to stay with you. And you the biggest URL, you the biggest league, you have the leverage to make motherfuckers sign contracts. So do that. And if that's your goal, I can't knock you. Salute to you for doing that because you can make Twerk just bought his mama a car. Like, you feel me? You could do anything you want off of this shit. So if that's your goal, you should definitely be shooting to, you know, to get that contract. But me personally, you know, I'm just in this situation where I'm blessed to be able to do pretty much whatever I want to do because, you know, that's just how I set it up for myself. And that's how I can move. But I don't knock nobody that's going to sign a contract at all.
Well, I think that people need to be more conscious about negotiating. Some people have no leverage to negotiate at all, but I don't think that that's really true. I think there's always a way to tweak everything. I think people should be conscious of the amount of time. You know, what I've seen and I've heard, I can't remember who, but I was just watching an interview where someone was saying that they were on it was Loso. Math had the Four Horsemen on the show. Excuse me. And Loso was talking about how he was on a 2-year contract with URL.
Yeah.
And long story short, it's just one of those situations where it's like you could be like Joel said, yo, like they have your destiny in their hands. They could decide not to do nothing. The problem is, while you're not able to do nothing, are they going to give you money?
Right.
You know, it's like I don't want to be me personally. And it's just me. And I suggest this to all the battle rappers. I think you have a short time period to capitalize off your name when you make a name for yourself. And I think going into deals isn't for everybody.
Nope.
Especially with a deal that they're talking about. So if I'm going to use myself as an example, if I had a name for myself and you want me to sign a 2-year deal, well, we need money that's going to be dispersed to me monthly. I'm not sitting here signing no contract saying I'm going to battle 2 years for you. And in that time period, I only end up doing 2 battles that were worth $2,000 a piece. That's $4,000 you got for 2 years.
Right.
And in most of these contracts, not for everybody, you are allowed to go battle back in your home league.
Right.
Here's the problem. In most cases, your home league can't afford you.
Right.
So it's like, where are we with this? You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, and again, it's just me, I would sit there and have to negotiate it in a way where either we gonna break even or I'm coming out on top. There's no way I'm gonna allow that advantage just to be in your way because you got certain guys. I'm gonna put you in that category. I don't know that you, and I mean this respectfully, I don't know that you fully where I'm about to go right now, but you're there. You have a guy like a Loso, a A-Ward, so on and so forth, who don't a B-Dot, who didn't need this shit. Can go everywhere else to still make a living for themselves. And of course, they want to feel like more solidified by making sure they touch the biggest platform in America. But at the same time, is you would have did just fucking fine without it. Like we see A-Ward. A-Ward's holding out as much as he can for a situation that benefits him. And I respect that because the truth of the matter is you can't go from being a contender for a fucking chain to doing PGs and sitting on the bench till they feel like it. Right. That shit just don't make, like you, how you said about past, even though the situations aren't 100% the same. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's just certain guys who make an impact out here. And I think you have to find a way in a culture, which is something I wanted to talk with you about too. But, you know, I'm seeing Math on his shows, also on Drink Champs, Cortez for a long time, Misfit, where they go in about battle rappers looking for residual income. You know, getting paid off of their publishing, so on and so forth, right? These are all possibilities, but it takes for people to do it unified. The point I'm making is if you're sitting there and looking at it, I have a short window of time in my life to be able to battle rap, make some money off of it. Why would I lock myself in a contract that I'm getting these one-time payments? I'm never gonna get paid off these battles ever again, but I only get paid if I battle. You understand? Like, to me, it don't make sense when so many guys make a name for themselves outside of that and can actually, I see you right on the cusp of that. I really think that, especially if what you from off what you're saying your next opponent is crazy. You show up the way we've been seeing you show up, you're gonna catapult yourself. And I really think that you'll be in a position like these guys who can literally make a living everywhere else. I don't know. I just wouldn't sign a contract like that unless, like you said, if you're saying I'm covered for the year financially, then of course, if that's. But if you're not, I personally want to do that.
Yeah, definitely. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you hit it right on the head. Like, if you can't make sure, like, I don't know. I was thinking more because I don't know how their contracts work. So I was thinking they get like money up front, and then whenever the battles come, then they gotta do that shit or whenever. But I don't know. However they do it, the shit gotta equal to a good amount of money so that I could live on that shit if I'm gonna be signing a contract. But on the flip side, if you're a newer talent, like, and you don't have the name for yourself, like I have, like a Loso I have, or a A-War, or anything like that, then that's when it'll be more beneficial to you to, sign a contract because, you're not super duper popping already. And it is kind of hard, taking the route of, not going the URL route. You got to really like do something different, and really it's hard. And then nigga, on top of that, you gonna be like the outcast. Like, motherfuckers ain't going, it's way harder. So if you just want to go straight and have the easiest path and, to the top, then yeah, if you got the talent but you don't really have the fan base and the leverage, then yeah, I would sign that shit. But if you do have talent, or I'm not the talent, but if you do have the fan base and have the leverage to be able to say, nah, I ain't doing that, then I feel like that's when you should, hold out, because it's not worth it, like you said. But, you could go straight to the top if you are just somebody like, say, one of these Crucible motherfuckers end up, doing all that shit, and they get on a contract and they just homegrown URL talent straight to the top. But if you're not homegrown URL, then that's when I feel like you should be more skeptical to that contract shit, because it's way more money to be made out here. Niggas will give you racks, for sure.
You also got to take into consideration that the URL has a new business model. The caffeine and the app is
Man,
model as other leagues like RBE is still YouTube primarily, and pay-per-view the same as KOTD, to where you have like these different options. Okay, you got the biggest platform, yes, but as far as people seeing your battle and your talent being shown, it's limited to those that have purchased the app, and those hardcore fans that, so all those million subscribers aren't going to see it. You'll be lucky if the shit drops on YouTube, like some of them do. But whether you want to are looking out for the money, you're looking out to be on the platform for your talent and to make a name for yourself doing this. Do you want to get views? Because different nowadays with the URL.
and that's also a fact too. That's why another reason why I'm, kind of happy with my situation, because all my shit go to YouTube. So I got real, like, quote unquote real official numbers that I could show other people, that I could show maybe if I got offer to do some type of commercial or some shit, I could be like, oh, I got all these views from YouTube. I could show them my social media shit that causes, and it's tangible shit rather than, just being stuck in the app. Like, I know Mike P right now, he feeding for that Danny and his Danny battle to come out on YouTube, because he like that could take care and fuck around and make him a celebrity or some shit. Like, he really be on
But
If
you
it
know
was,
what though? I think
It's so
dudes.
silly how long they wait too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know what? Listen, URL has been clear multiple times. I even saw one of the posts on their Instagram addressing the Norb situation, and there I seen a comment where Beasley is explaining to somebody, like, yo, YouTube is no longer a priority for us. If it ever happens, it happens. It's no longer a priority. And I understand them. I understand them completely.
I
But
don't.
but here's the thing. I also leave that up to some of the battle rappers. Because see, here's the thing. A lot of times battle rappers get an offer and it's either yes or no. Or sometimes it's yes, and then when they think about little things later on, they back out. When all you have to do is understand that this is a business. You're gonna look over the contract and go back to them. Hey, this is what I agree to. This is what I don't agree to. Is there a way to negotiate or fix this? How hard is it when you had guys like Hitman, Arsenal, stuff like that, who have, and I understand they're in a different lane, but this is before they were like, this is when their name was like getting to a certain point. They were negotiating where it had to take only a certain amount of time before, like, if you ever noticed before.
But they're not doing that no more, Jay.
I understand, but I'm
Alright,
not
so-
telling you that it's still a possibility.
Not really.
You can still
Only
negotiate.
Cassie got it done with them. Cassie got his battle drop quick. That was it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. Even if you don't get it done quick, what I'm saying is there's way to negotiate. For you to sit there and say, hey, like Hitman, he used to negotiate where his battle had to be the first battle drop from all events. He's spoken on that before.
I know.
Now, of course, everybody don't have the same leverage, but the point I'm saying is, I think some battle rappers don't think enough business-wise to go back and forth and say, hey, you know what? This is what I'm asking for. I'll agree to this, but I need within, I don't know, 5 months for my battle to go to YouTube. Yeah, it's going to go to the app, but in the next 5 months, it got to go to YouTube.
URL's not even listening to that.
I don't know if URL is fucking with that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but it depends.
Like,
No, it depends on the stat. I'm going to tell you right now. Let a dude like a fucking a Rum Nitty or one of them come to them and tell them some shit like that.
But Jay,
No,
they got every big battler is dropping on the app now. They all have the pull to do it, and they're not doing it. Then it's not. They don't. That's not their business. And it's the caffeine. They got the caffeine thing shit now. So that's another problem. They're not dropping shit on YouTube. Nothing.
and we don't know how them checks is looking. Them checks are probably fat right now.
They have to be.
But this is what I'm talking about, the negotiation. If somebody is going to give you that sort of check, if you build a name for yourself, because again, this is not for everybody, but if you built the name for yourself, then you in that position to negotiate. Hey, you telling me my battle would never touch YouTube, well then I need
It's
this.
not never, but it's like 8, 9, 10 months right now. That's how the thing is. They're
agree.
dropping summer impact battles right now.
Listen, point that I'm trying to make is that everything, there's a way to negotiate everything. It's not a plain yes or no.
I mean,
when guys see shit, it's like yes or no. You negotiate, and if you feel there is no negotiating, guess what?
You know why they can't anymore? Because I think because the caffeine deal. Whatever's going on with them. There's no more negotiating with YouTube right now.
No,
URL
dude,
in almost of a monopoly position where they could pretty much do whatever the fuck they want to do.
No,
So,
I agree, but this is what I'm saying, that this don't. The point that I'm trying to make to you guys is understanding where you once you make a name for yourself, it's on you. You can sit there and say, I'm gonna negotiate a deal with them if they offer me, or I'm not doing it and I'm gonna keep making the money that I'm making out here because that ain't the end all be all.
Facts, and that's what I've been trying to tell dudes. That's what Trey's doing. That's what Trey's doing.
Yeah, that's what he's doing for sure.
He was mad. He was mad they didn't drop his shit. And the URL be doing grimy shit. Like, they like, what's it called? Chef Trey's battle with Ill Will dropped on, what's it called? RBE. So then they decided to drop his URL battle on YouTube. And it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
they do that all the time.
Why act like that? Like,
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm always going.
me getting battles on other platforms is not gonna, just because RBE get more subscribers don't mean that you're gonna no longer have 1 million subscribers.
It will help them. It helps them. The more battle rap grows, the more URL grows. That's what I don't understand. They understand that. Like,
the battle rappers, again, not all, the people who make name for themselves, gotta start taking shit in their own hands. Bottom line, it's to the point I keep and dear me, Visual, you know it's true. I've done blogs about this in the past. Where I'm telling battle rappers, how about you take your destiny in your own hand? Throw your own fucking battle. Throw your own shit.
I
Like
mean,
once you get a certain name, right? Like for example, I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn yet, but they when you watch the Daylight and on Math show, he's talking about how him and Lux are doing their battle themselves. That's why no
Oh
league
yeah,
has been
definitely.
announced. And that is the sort of battle. Yes, build the fucking card and do everything yourself. Do it yourself. I think dudes are too
That's
scared of the risk. And
that's
you
a
gotta
privilege
do it.
of motherfuckers like Light and Lux though. Like a nigga like me, I can't throw no battle. I can't book
Not
Hitman
yet.
for myself. You feel me? Like
Not yet.
but the people that
Yeah.
I feel like you speaking to are most of the people that's like me that can't do that. Like the
But
only
but here's the thing.
motherfuckers
I
Right.
disagree
that's
though. I
you feel me?
disagree.
Only
This is what I'm saying.
superstar motherfuckers can really like say, okay, let's put together this
Oh,
shit. Cause you gotta think they have a whole URL got a budget, they got promotion, they got all that shit. They
but
compared
listen,
to somebody
no, but
with 10,000
no,
followers, like it's not the
no,
same.
no, because this is what it is. You're you're right there. You haven't got there yet, but you're moving in that direction.
Right.
I'm not talking about them guys. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're moving yourself in a direction. You're building a crazy momentum for yourself. You got people interested, so on and so forth. It's a matter of time before you really take that crazy next step, right? So what I'm just saying is when you get, for example, you got, I hate saying it like this, but for example, you got mid-tier guys.
Well, Jay,
Right.
first of all, give me an example of where this has worked. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
No one has done it.
Yes, they have. Go ahead.
So tell me where. I'm
Diz
listening.
did it. Diz did the midget battle.
He did a gimmick battle, yes.
Okay, so what? What are you
So
talking
he
about?
didn't he didn't take his destiny in his own hands?
That battle never even got released.
That's his fault. What the fuck?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Like, it's
So that's what I'm saying. So why are you making an
it's
argument?
not that easy to just throw an event. I know you're making
I'm
it
not
seem easy.
being me, but that's
I
not
mean,
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
the leagues have roles that they play,
That's not what
and
I'm
not
saying.
everybody can be a
Of course.
worker and a boss. You know, it's like
My man, of
some people
course,
just want to rap. You know, they don't want to
of
go
course,
through all that.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely. But what I'm simply saying, and I keep saying it because it's
but if
quite
you want
simple
to
to
do
me.
it, yeah, that's fine. But
When you
there's
make a name for
lot to go
yourself,
into it.
when you make a name for yourself, you can start doing things that benefit you. You don't have to be pigeonholed. If I sit here and say, look at John John. John John's one of them people you can't say anything about what he did. The man took his destiny in his own hand. He worked with veteran talent as well as new talent to cultivate something for himself.
Okay.
You mean to tell me you can't get a few mid-tier guys to put their ego to the side, because that's all it really is. Get together and business-wise, do a business deal together to do an event where they pocket the money. They promote the shit they sell, they pocket the money. You mean to tell me these guys couldn't make a better living for themselves? They don't got to expect to just be on a fucking app and make a few $100s per battle? No, once you build a name for yourself, you should be trying to do other things. And
So
my telling you it's easy. I'm not
who
saying
would you be referring to as these mid-tier dudes so I could answer whether or not I
Right.
feel like they'll be able to do that?
so.
Great
I don't
question.
know. I don't know. Again, I don't even like the fucking
Like,
term. So I'm
No,
gonna name
just
a few people, right? And I don't know where you guys would place them because again, I don't give a fuck about that mid tier, top tier
can
shit.
Mike P do
yeah,
throw his
no,
own event?
tiers is definitely a very real thing. Like, tiers is a thing. Like, you got low tier, mid tier, top tier. Like, it's just, that's how it goes.
So all right, so let me put it like this. These are just examples. I'm not trying to label nobody or nothing. I'm just telling you an example. So you mean to tell me if you got together a fucking a Av, a Young Cannon, a fucking Ryder, Glue Easy, fucking Bill Collector.
Okay, you got to pay all these guys, right? From your
No,
pocket now. Yeah, you
no.
do. How
So
you
what
gonna
do
get these guys? You're gonna throw an event.
I just
I could do it for free.
I just said it. I just said these guys get together,
And
put your
what?
fucking ego to the side, get together, throw this shit.
So you want them all to become partners in this project?
Yeah, or
All right,
at
man.
least two
It
of them,
sounds like a
or
great
at least
idea,
two of them.
but it
So
takes. Okay.
dear me, because you looking at the fucking technical parts of this.
No, because
You're
I'm
making
looking
it
at
I
you
know
gotta.
where
than what I'm
I
saying.
know where you're coming from,
What
but
I'm
it's like
simply
niggas
saying
not
is
finna
these
rap for
dudes get
free,
together.
bro.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna use a great example. You mean to tell me you guys on the West Coast? You mean to tell me if fucking Danny Myers, Disaster, B Dot, and them get together?
They've been
You mean to
talking
tell
about
me,
it for 2
Nope.
years, Jay.
okay, but
No.
they listen. Them dudes haven't just
No.
done it.
Disaster. Remember the whole what was it?
No.
LSC.
Yeah,
LSC.
No.
They were gonna Disaster talking about I'm gonna
No.
throw an event and it's gonna be New Jersey versus these guys. Then what happened? URL told these guys they can't bladder. Then they got all the crazy. Remember all that? Like it
Dude,
gets it's
you're
nuts.
listen.
still making my point for me. What I'm saying is,
No,
when these
we
guys,
can't.
if all those guys was to take their destiny in their own fucking hands, right? That changes a lot of shit. It changes a lot because guess what? Now you mean to tell me, all right, so when Daylight and Lux go out there and do it, matter of fact, you just had K Shine New Jersey Twerk about to do it, and then URL stepped in.
Okay, Instagram battle. Let's calm down.
But they were charging people, and people were paying.
Throwing an Instagram battle is way different than this whole production that you're talking about.
But
Like,
this is why I keep telling you, DME, you going into the technical parts about it.
Nah,
gotta-
I'm
these
saying
is
fuck all
all
of that.
dudes that's already getting money off battle rap. So yeah, they could go and make their own and do their own league and shit like that. They already getting money off battle rap. So yeah, they could. If I'm Av, yeah, I could get some money together to book Hitman or for
But then
myself
what I'm
if I
saying,
want
I
to.
think the whole league conversation has to go. I think guys got to get together. Again, exactly, guys who made a name for themselves, go event to an event. You don't got to sit here and worry about fucking
And then you
creating a
gotta
whole
pay
league.
motherfuckers. Then you gotta, cause you only getting paid, cause you gotta throw
gotta
a
put
whole
all that money
event.
up
You gotta
front.
pay these motherfuckers. First of all, so all right, so am I only gonna pay the dude that I'm battling, and then it's just gonna be a one battle thing? So I gotta sell a whole event based off one battle. And if you doing that, then you gotta have that kind of power to sell a whole event based off only one battle. Because I can only afford to pay one
I
because I'm
agree.
only getting paid 10 bands for a battle right now. So I'm gonna take my whole check and give it to another nigga.
Nah, you don't even gotta. I see what
in
you're
the
saying.
hopes that you get pay-per-view sales for this no-name situation here that's
But
not backed
I'm
by
telling you, this
URL or
shit,
King of the Dot or
yeah,
anything like
one
it.
way or another, trust me.
I mean, it sounds great, but when you lose all that money,
I think no, but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
it's like
think
hustling backwards. That's why motherfuckers ain't doing it because it's like,
no,
why
because what
do
it
that?
is everybody want that guaranteed money. Everybody want
Exactly.
that guaranteed. If right now you mean to tell me you put fucking 3 to 4 battles together, you don't even need a big ass venue. You mean to tell me these guys couldn't get together and put 3 battles together? That's 6 battle rappers who can get together and say, "Yo, we're gonna split these percentages off this pay-per-view right here. We don't need a big fucking venue to have 1,000 people in there. We don't got to worry about that. We can sit there and do a 100-person venue or some shit like that. Get the money off of that. Get the money off the pay-per-view. We split the shit evenly. Again, it's not about a league.
Or if
Or
you
you
don't
could
make no
let
money off it.
URL do it and still make bands and not have to do none of that work. It's like,
gonna take. I think it takes away from their creative. Like if all these rappers are businessmen now and they're all doing this, trying to put this, I think it takes away from them how creative they are. I even heard Disaster speak on this when he was trying to put that together, and it was like driving him crazy, and like he couldn't write now. I don't know. I mean, it sounds great, and I'm sure there's certain people who
I
can
just think that
pull it
I
off.
feel
But
like that. I
guys,
feel like that kind of situation only works with like one-off battles. Like you can't just be throwing events and shit like and trying to like. And I don't even understand what the point is. Like what's the point? Like I don't
trying
understand.
to maximize the money that you would make. He thinks you would make more money this way than you would the other way.
no. What I think is in complete big picture, you're in control and you definitely make more money. And this is what I mean by that. You're gonna make and split up whatever is on the pay-per-view, whatever is from the door, whatever the merch is. And then at the end of the day, you control where that footage goes. From there on, it's like music. You own your own fucking masters at that point. Do you want to later on sell each battle individually to a different league? Do you want to do like there's leagues right now selling footage to URL? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So at the end of the day, the point is of you being more in control of your own destiny. How does this work? How does that work? And not be pigeonholed to signing the fucking contract and sitting here for 2 years, battle twice and make $2,500.
Yeah. Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody like I feel like URL paying motherfuckers like ain't nobody sitting around. The only people that's sitting around and getting $44,000 for 2 years is the motherfuckers that maybe I don't know. Maybe you should try to. That's kind of it's a tough position to say somebody should try to get book their own battle because it's like me personally, I ain't never doing that shit. Like I'm always for sure let a league fucking pay for that shit and do all that shit because they had a promotion, they got the money to do it, and they're gonna be the ones putting the shit together, and it's all on them. And then I could just show up and rap. You feel me? Like man, I don't know. Like it just. I feel like that's really only viable as like if as like a one-off opportunity. Like it's not something you should just be trying to do all the time. Cause like we seen where it worked, like JC versus Chilla, like where he paid one of them got paid, or one of them I think Chilla paid JC or some shit. But even that it was on the URL still, so it was like they had that platform. So I don't know. It's a whole lot of different situations. You got the Danny versus Rex shit where he paid him, but that also was still on URL. So it's like,
Well,
I don't know.
it
Danny
ended
versus
up on
Hollow.
URL.
Danny versus
Well,
Hollow.
wait a minute. It ended up on URL. That battle wasn't supposed to happen on URL.
We know.
It wasn't. Yeah, but it's still.
Danny and Hollow just did this, remember? Then it was for charity, and then all this weird, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that shit.
I still don't know what's going on with
They
them.
weren't on the same page. I'll tell you that. They
It
were not
ended
on
up
the same
dropping
page.
on like every channel. Then it was on the app all of a sudden, out of the blue, and then it went on
Yeah.
Hollow's channel. I don't know. That battle has been
Yeah,
everywhere.
they were not on the same. Remember, I was telling y'all, they what the
That's the
direction they
problem.
wanted to go with it was very smart. And again, y'all, I can't wait for y'all to watch both the Daylight interview with Math and the Four Horsemen with Math, for you to get a little more perspective into like why I look at it like this. Because again, well, Visual, dear me, know I've been saying this for a long time. I feel guys
I
should be.
understand where you're coming from. It's like I feel like you got to be at a certain point to do that shit, like for it to really work.
No,
And
of
like,
course, but I think that
yeah,
dudes just get too caught up in thinking about a league instead
yeah.
of understanding. Like, I just don't. Well, by the time this come out, that interview should be out already. I know the Four Horsemen interview is out. I don't know if the whole thing is out, but by the time this goes out, it should be out. Basically, they talking about how Loso and A-Ward battled each other, but what they did was they don't do it for a league. They actually travel on tour doing it. So it's not filmed, it's not on YouTube, nothing. So instead of coming up with new bars every fucking time, what they did was write their bars out and they made a 10-city tour out of it. Now,
Fire.
when you think of the idea, it's fucking dope. The problem was this pandemic ruined it, but they got to do at least 2 of the cities. The thing is, when you think about it, how many times are they going to make money off of that battle before they ever decide they want to put that battle out to YouTube? It's
That's
a 10
fire.
city store. You want to see A-Ward battle Loso, guess what? You got to wait for them to come to your city and you pay whatever you want to go see it yourself. That battle is not on YouTube until maybe a year or so when they don't want to go on tour no more, and then they can put it out and make money again off of it.
Hell
So
yeah.
all I'm simply saying is battle rappers just, again, battle rappers who make a name for themselves. That's not going to work for everybody. But guys who make a name for themselves actually taking advantage of this. In that same interview, Loso speaks, and he's not the only one. Different guys, Saga talks about how he signed the contract. They all talked about the contracts that they signed before. And saying, Loso's like, yo, I signed this 2-year contract, and he ended up battling like only twice. And what happened? He pretty much made the same money. He would have made more money being able to go to RBE or going to a King of the Dot and all that. He would have made more money doing that than signing that contract. Because his destiny was no longer in his hands when at one point it was. You know what I'm saying? So it just, again, the point that I'm only mentioning is just trying to tell guys to take their own destiny in their own hands and do it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
so
great
look,
point because I definitely wouldn't be trying to stop no money that I'm trying to get. Like, that's why this whole time, like, I'm gonna continue just sticking to my guns and doing. I feel like you should always do like what's best for you financially. Like, you should never try to like, you know, say, okay, well, maybe if I do this for them, then they'll do this for me. Like, nah, like, you gotta always try to get the best situation for yourself. You feel me? And if you like I said, for me to sign a contract, I need yearly income so I can make sure that I'm straight and I can pay my rent and all that shit. So, yeah, I would definitely, and then, because I really do like Daylight and Lux, you know, having their own, taking their shit. Like, that's, at that point, that's when you can really make it into a movie and really do what you want with it and make all the money that you need to make. Because this shit makes money. Like, battle rap makes money for sure. So it's like, once you get into that position, then go crazy. Get all the money that you can get out of that shit. Because niggas will for sure withhold your money and withhold what you are worth until you speak up about that shit or take it into your own hands. So I definitely 100% agree with all that shit for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Saynt, appreciate you spending time with us, man. You spend a lot of time with us. We
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you very much, man. And we definitely wish
Appreciate
you the
y'all
best.
having me on, man. It was an enjoyable show, man.
Man. Anytime you got something you want to promote or anything like that, be sure to hit us up, man. We more than willing.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
All right. My brother Vigil and DME, salute to y'all both.
Salute
Wish
y'all.
everybody out there watching and everything blessings, man. Hope everybody's doing great during this time period, man, and keeping everybody in our prayers. And just make sure y'all subscribe and hit that alert bell, man. Hit the like button too. Y'all motherfuckers be all watching, knowing.
No, don't hit the like button.
Man.
Hit the dislike for 100%. Fuck that.
All right, everybody, salute, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.